Do-wan dies from an electric surge and is taken back in time with a system status window and a forbidden game shuttle talent. But the only downside is that all his powers have been locked and various debuffs have been added to him. He loses his mind and starts to yell, questioning why they were given in the first place. As he's raging, he receives an event quest completion notification and gets rewarded with a golden key. A new event comes up immediately after and asks him to make a choice. Do-wan is taken aback and repeats the choice, and the system takes that as his answer and accepts the event quest. He holds his earlier reward and inspects it. Its use simply says to insert and rotate to unlock with no further information. No matter which way he looks at it, it looks just like a normal key. Anyway, he decides to forget about it for now because he has something he's even more interested in. He reads a message from the administrator and wonders who exactly the administrator is and decides to investigate further when he gets home. When he receives a dangerous invitation to go out drinking with his bullies, rejecting will lead to a penalty of anguish for 60 minutes. After a long minute of pain, he accepts the invitation and meets up with Jamin and the others later that night. Not a really pleasant experience. Do-wan is frightened, tries to run away, but somehow manages to get all the Dragon Balls together and summon his balls. Stand up for his strength, another bullied student, Jihan. Unfortunately, that doesn't last long, as he quickly folds when Jamin's friend arrives. One look at the figure towering over him shattered all his present and future balls immediately. He receives the mic and the first quest is completed, but leads to a follow-up quest to stand up to injustice that will be rewarded with a copper key. There's no way in his right mind that he will do that, so he sits back down. He gets invited by Jamin to join their group so they can conquer the Guanak district together. And of course, he gets excited and starts daydreaming, and Jamin leaves, telling him to think through it. He starts talking with Jihan, and by this time, the time to complete the quest is just remaining 3 minutes. He goes to the restroom to endure the penalty, but we see him sneak attacking Jamin from behind and knocking him out with a microphone. He gets in a fight with Jamin's macho friend and discovers the use of his previous quest reward. The golden key could be used to unlock one of his skills. He gets up on some villain vibes and provokes him, then bursts forward, envisioning his signature move, Falcon Drop, landing on his opponent and knocking him out. He is full of adrenaline and shouts out provocatively as he closes in. And as he's about to land his hit, a warning appears in his face. He has insufficient mana. But his opponent isn't slowing down. He gets hit with an uppercut and covers the distance. He takes a few deep breaths and is furiously cursing out the system. It turns out he has 100 mana, and the skill Falcon Drop requires 120 mana to activate. He thinks of a way out of the situation and remembers the reward for knocking out Jimin, the copper key. He gets the key after a whole move and can unlock one of his stats permanently. He chooses mana. Just in time, his opponent had arrived behind him. He kicks off his lap and executes the Falcon Drop, knocking out Manchun. Now he can finally relax and go home. Or so he thought. German is up, and Manchun's older brother shows up. A crowd of guys also poured from their rooms, and Do-wan is surrounded. Things are about to get messy when the police arrive and everyone leaves. Do-wan passes out from distress and opens his eyes to see one of the female bullies in front of him upon waking up. She had called the cops and saved him. He gets home and gets on his bed completely knocked out. The next time he wakes up was 3 days later. Sion, the girl, comes over to his house and takes him shopping for clothes. She got his address when she helped him. He tries out a few clothes. Mickey Mouse went crazy on this one. And they go to a couple more places before Sion brings him to a bully group meeting where his fate is decided. He is set to fight his former middle school bully for a position in the group. Do-wan breaks his nose and makes him forfeit after choking him out, and the group disperses. So I can't continue this manhwa because from what I've seen, there will be a lot of violence and delinquent activities. There literally is a delinquent tag on its description though. I don't know why I started it. Anyway, I stopped at chapter 10. Have a nice day. And remember to subscribe and like the video. Peace.